So there we go. Perfect. And I'm just gonna keep admitting. And then I'm just going to give a little shout out. Christy Taylor is going to be helping us. So, Christy, if you see anybody needing to come in, do you mind just admitting them in from the waiting room? Perfect. Thank you. Yeah, so wonderful to have everybody. This is excellent. This is excellent. So welcome, welcome. And this is the peer support for spirituality. So spirituality and intuition. And it's been growing and growing and growing. So it's really neat to be able to see so many people that are kind of coming on more to be able to really delve in and be able to access their intuition, access spirituality. And a lot of times people are having these really rich experiences with their clients and trying to figure out like what in the world is going on. And so I feel like this is a good space to explore that. So with that, since this group is getting bigger and bigger, we had in the past we had introduced every person, and what that was doing though is it was turning our group into more introduction, and it was going to like maybe 45 minutes, and people were having a hard time getting into their own personal work, and also we weren't able to do as much with the education. So with that, then what has been tricky is like, how do we work around that? So what we're going to be doing instead is to just share in the chat. So would love to hear from you all. This is kind of my favorite opener just because it's so freezing here. Where are you at and what's the temperature? Because we are at -5. So let's bring in some sunshine and some warmth. So would love to hear in the chat, like, where are you from? Where are you located? And also what the temperature or the weather is there. And maybe by energy, we can bring that beautiful warmth into my house anyway. Also, our furnace went out this morning. So we have a furnace guy downstairs, and he's diligently trying to figure out what's going on there as well. So I'm going to bring in the warmth. Oh, -34. Okay, you win, Jen. You win. -34. And then Joseph is 34. Isn't that interesting? Like kind of a synchronicity there. Yeah, perfect. Um, oh my goodness, so 24. Who said that? Well, it's a toasty 24. 37. Oh my goodness. And where is this? I was waiting for Lindsay. Northern Arizona, 50 degrees. Oh my gosh, sign me up. I know my husband and I keep talking about this. Like, should we move south? Should we become snowbirds? We're in Wisconsin right now. So 39 in Virginia. Oh my goodness. Yes. Okay. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Wonderful to have everybody. So with this as well, our group is also just, like I said, growing and growing, and also just a really good space to be able to get to know each other, get to know other practitioners. So would love to hear also in the chat just what your background is or expertise, certain populations that you're with. Feel free to share that with all of us. So if you work with teens or if you work with adults or what your specialty is, would love to hear that in the chat. Even if too you're a coach or maybe energy healer, performance coach, would love to just hear that in the chat. And as you see people in the chat, feel free to reach out. Feel free to reach out. Oh, Christy, I had no idea. 52 degrees. Sacramento. Beautiful. I think it's really interesting too, like the more that people are coming on, just how much we are, like I said, the synchronicities, or like how much we have in common, really. So Jen is team development and personal coach. Allison, newly licensed counselor. Congratulations. That was of last week. I want to work in the area between spirituality and trauma. Beautiful. You're in the right place. Rosalind, mostly adults who are healing from emotional abuse and trauma. Yay, Noja. We're in the same boat. Reiki master teacher working in brand design for holistic practitioners. Yes. Performance coach for Lindsay and parts work. Beautiful. Mary is level 1 and 2 brain spotting, a psych NP in Michigan. Excellent, excellent. And then where else? Psychotherapist for teens and adults for Joseph BSP, brain spotting, IFS, shamanism. Beautiful. And then Nancy, good to see you, Nancy. I got excited when I saw you. Adults, trauma, energy, Reiki master, brain spotting consultant. Beautiful. So we have a wide range, and more people are coming on. So as you come on, some people are just getting here. Feel free. What we've been sharing is just what the temperature is in the chat, and then also what our specialties are in the chat. So this is wonderful, and feel free, like I said, to reach out to others that are here. So Phil is trauma, transition, holistic, young adults, general mental health counseling, 40 degrees and 40 degrees. That's great. Jennifer Davis work with adults, mostly chronic illness, trauma, developmental, transformational. Wonderful, wonderful, wonderful. And let's see, Jimmy works with late adolescent and adult, LGBTQIA plus, spirituality, trauma, experience with Reiki, IFS, energy work, and certified in Brainspotting. Beautiful. I'm going to let it keep going. I'm going to let it keep going. See, this is amazing, right? This is incredible. This is incredible. So feel free, keep, as you're popping in, to write your specialties, and feel free to private chat people if you're just thinking like, hey, I'm from New Jersey too, and I'm interested in this as well. Feel free to write that in there. Oh, Ashley, 30 degrees. Goodness gracious. I love this. This is wonderful. Okay, Noel, early development trauma, somatic experience. Okay, excellent. I just feel too that with all of us here, and I often share this with consultees and with my clients, that we are sharing space. We're sharing bioenergetic field right now. We're all in each other's energetic fields. And so with that, just being able to really witness how much we have in common, and also the energies that we're exchanging. And so with that, you may start seeing different synchronicities, or you may feel really pulled to somebody. And I'll just by a show of hands, did people feel like pulled to come here, or was it just something that you just had to be here, and you may not even be able to explain it? You're just like, yeah, okay, so good deal, good deal. Just by it, yeah, perfect. And so I feel like more and more as we've been exploring brain spotting and spirituality and intuition, more and more of us are having these experiences, or may have had these for a number of years, and maybe just didn't have, the verbiage to be able to explain what drew them to be here, or to be able to further understand what is happening. So Jennifer says, pulled here, definitely pulled here. So with that, this group is about being able to really allow us to get to know each other and to make those connections, and also to be able to access our own spirituality, our own intuition, really be able to have an enriching experience. And so that's why we're all here. So with that, I was pulled with help of the reminder email. Yeah, you like that? We try to send it out 30 minutes before, so you can just go click and get and be here. So perfect, wonderful, wonderful, wonderful. So I do just want to share a little bit more. What we're going to do is I'm going to give a little education, share a little bit more about spirituality, intuition, and brain spotting. And I know you all have had these experiences. So, I mean, it just feels like there's a reason why you're here. You've had these experiences too. So just going to share more about spirituality, intuition, and brain spotting. And then also with this, then share more about group attunement, and just that we're all in this bioenergetic field together, and how that's really helping all of us to be able to expedite our own healing. And also then have some time in dyad. So the plan is, and we might even break out earlier, is to be able to do the dyads from my time is central, so it would be 11:40 to 12:20, and have 20 minutes on each side. We may be able to have even more than that, so just want to share. So yeah, all right, so here we go. Here we go. So I'm just going to go ahead and share the PowerPoint and give everybody some more details of what we're going to be doing here today, and then also just the background of brain spotting, spirituality, and intuition. So here we go. Share screen. All right. So Christy, can you just give me a thumbs up if you can see that? Okay, cool. So I put it on the slideshow. It seems to be taking a little bit. There we go. Okay, so you all received this PowerPoint in your email. So with that, you can print it out if you're wanting more information, or even if you have it up digitally, then you can kind of follow along. So the Brainspotting and Spirituality group, we started in April of 2023. So it just keeps growing, and it's been really neat to be able to see so many people just opening up, or in a way of being able to explore further, or even just having just a deeper connection through brain spotting. So I've chatted with quite a few people that maybe they, felt that they were spiritual, or felt that they had intuition, and it's gotten even stronger through brain spotting. And or there's just been different people that have gone through a phase 1 or phase 2, and they just had this really incredible spiritual experience. And so with that, it's almost like this curiosity, right, that allows us all to be here and want to know more. So with this too, just thank you. Thank you for coming to this collective space, because as we're in this collective space, all of us are exchanging those energies. And so with this too, just in being able to just notice what you're experiencing as we're together today, and just see and experience, what you feel in your body. And also with this, I know that I work with a lot of empaths and highly sensitive people. Those of us who are empaths or highly sensitive people, we may pick up on things a lot more than others. And so just notice, it may be something that as we're going through here, there's something that's really resonating to you, something that's really aligned with you. And so with that, just being able to have this experience and feel what it feels in your body, and just allow for yourself to surrender, to let go, and to just trust the process. So all brain spotting terms, right? So here's our agenda. We're going to do check-in and education till about 11:30, and then we'll go into a group attunement. And again, it may be just a little bit earlier with that. And it feels that a lot of people have reached out and said they really appreciate that personal work time that they're able to do here. And so with that, then people will be able to have a little bit more time perhaps. Okay. So the objectives, and this is what we have been looking at with our group, and it's just been really neat to see how things are opening up even more, is to explore brain spotting and spirituality and intuition, and also meet with other brain spotting clinicians who are interested in incorporating spirituality, intuition, and energy work. Quite a few people here even shouted out in chat that they were doing energy work, Reiki, or other energy in some way. Also just look at brief education, and then our own personal experience in dyads. So just want to do a little housekeeping then here with this as well, just because of how big our group is getting and how things are shifting, just so you all know and what to expect. And so with this, after each of these sessions, so as you saw, I push record, and so you'll receive the recording in an email this week, crossing fingers. And so with that too, when you do get that recording, there's a link, and all of the recordings from April on are in there. So you can go through and you can explore and see. Also, sometimes people will share that they looked at like the May peer support group, and they were able to connect with people there. Just the person on the recording for May and them had a lot in common. And so then they reached out and they were able to have like maybe an exchange of some sort. So also there's a lot of different topics that we've explored. So you'll have access to all of those. I just want to share that with you. So you'll have access to all of those. So also with this, just want to share as well, so as we're growing, I have Christy Taylor here, and she is really helping for behind the scenes and helping to be able to get people in from the waiting room and be able to set up the Zoom room. So for those of you who've been here in the past, you've seen me try to figure out the Zoom rooms. And so Christy's going to be here to help us with that, and also to help with debrief. So to also help if anybody needs any help, like in the dyads or that type of thing as well. So Christy, would you feel okay sharing a little bit more about yourself?
Hi, I'm Christy, and I've been coming to this group for a while last year and really enjoyed it. And it was the first time in a while that I thought, okay, this is the place where like all of my passions and all of my expertise kind of intersect. Um, and
Mhm.
I also took Heather's brain spotting and Reiki class. I'm a Reiki master. And that's a great class for learning how to integrate both of those two modalities together. And I got lots of tools that I was able to apply right away. So that was great. I'm a psychotherapist and I work holistically and integrally. So I also do like hypnotherapy. I'm in a priestess training. And then I integrate the Reiki in as well. Mhm. So if
Mhm.
anybody has any questions or anything like that, feel free to message me.
Wonderful, wonderful. Thank you, Christy. Yeah, things just kept getting bigger and bigger. And I was like, Christy, you keep coming to these. Do you want to help out? So I really appreciate you being here. Excellent. So yeah, feel free. You can private chat Christy. It may be something that you're not able to say for the dyads. Feel free to just let her know that. Or if you're having tech difficulties, having a hard time like unmuting yourself or getting yourself on video, feel free to reach out. So this is again just a really great space to be able to explore and to be able to ask questions and to be able to connect. So we're really, really excited that you're here. And I just want to share that then next month, so this month we have, this is our last hour and a half brain spotting, spirituality and intuition free peer support group. And then starting next month, we'll have an hour. So then with that, I'll just do a brief education and then we'll be able to move into dyad work. So what I love about this too is just the flow of brain spotting in general. A lot of times we do like that front loading and feed the neocortex, and then we are able to drop into our own process and then have that debrief or that backloading. So that's really the premise of our time together, is just to be able to follow the kind of the setups that we typically do. And then with that also assist us to feed neocortex, drop down to subcortical and come back to neocortex. So excited for that too. If you do want to go deeper, I'll share a little bit more in a little bit about a 9-month consult group that I'm putting together. That's 2 hours monthly, and we really hone in on one topic. So with this, just being able to really assist all of us to have neocortex being fed right now. So just to think through this. So more than likely you're here for one of these reasons, or your own, and just being able to really connect with brain spotting, spirituality, and intuition. So I feel to say that a lot of us are seeing these incredible experiences happening in our offices. And so we're seeing this, we're changing, our clients are changing, and we may be wondering like, what exactly is this? What's happening here? We also may be experiencing this during our day and our own process. So during your own brain spotting personal work, or you may do self-spotting, and it may be something where you're just noticing like, hey, when I look there, I'm feeling really good and I want to keep looking there. Or it may be something that you're self-spotting. A lot of times people will look up. It seems pretty consistent that people are looking up for like an angel spot or a God spot or something along those lines. So you may be experiencing this. We're also witnessing the power of spirituality and of intuition, and how people can go even deeper with this. And also just recognizing that we can support our clients through brain spotting to access this in order to allow their deeper healing. And I'm really excited to bring forth more about this. And so reason being too is that attunement, right? So you have that relational attunement with your client, and with that too, you also have that clinical attunement or that clinical intuition. And so Cherie Lindbergh and I have a 3-day training in February on brain spotting, spirituality, and intuition. And we've been doing a lot of research on what it means to have that clinical intuition and how that is shifting people and that is shifting their clients. And so you already have that. So you already have that relationship. You already have that clinical knowledge. And so there's something about you, give yourself a pat on the back, that is holding the space that is assisting your client to be able to move where they need to move. So with that too, just witnessing that we're, as our client drops down into subcortical, that we're also dropping into subcortical on some level. Of course, we're still in neocortex so that we're able to hold that space. We're titrating there. And at the same time, subcortical is that sensation. It is intuition, memories, trauma. Of course, at the same time, as people are clearing more and more with their subcortical, they're able to access their intuition. They're able to access more. So some of those times that you may have with your clients where all of a sudden it's like maybe a silence and it's like an aha, and it's almost as if you can see those new synaptic connections coming together, like zing, there we go. So with that, that is that, their subcortical is able to clear stuff out so that they're able to access intuition even more and more of those sensations and whatnot. Same with us. Yes. So with that too, just limbic system to limbic system. Our limbic systems are always talking to each other. So all of us in this incredible collective space, all of us, our limbic systems are connected to each other. So you may have noticed when you first came into this space, you may have noticed just some lightness, or you may have noticed that you're feeling connected. You may also have noticed maybe some people are kind of nervous to be here. And so you may notice some of that nervousness. And so that's all okay. It's just witnessing that our limbic systems are in this communication. So this is how in our offices, this is how our clients, these are some of the reasons why our clients are shifting. So I just want to share some of my background. So I am a brain spotting consultant and specialty trainer, also an occupational therapist and a spiritual advisor and Reiki master teacher. So here are my specialties, and I've been doing sensory processing for 25 years. And so with that, also, I've been working with people with neurodivergence for about the same amount of time. And with that too, just noticing like with sensory processing, of course, we have our, our senses, and also we may have like extra sensory perception. And so just in witnessing that, I've noticed a lot of times when people are really sensitive, that they have the extra perceptual experiences as well. And so my focus now, I'm moving more into like, where is that in the brain, So just in witnessing that, I was able to work with a young man, I think it's called synesthesia, I think it is, where they can, people can taste colors or they can hear colors. And so when we were working together, he said, your voice, it sounds like purple. And I was like, cool, I didn't know that. And so just in witnessing like that people are having these extra perceptual experiences, especially through brain spotting. So it's super, super intriguing. And then some other areas as well, medical anomalies. I have quite a few people come to me that the doctors are not able to figure out what is happening, and maybe for you as well. And brain spotting just shifts it. It's pretty incredible. Here are some things that are coming up, and then some of the specialty trainings that I incorporate. And so with that too, feel free to reach out if you're wondering, maybe you haven't taken some of these trainings and you have more curiosity about it. So feel free to reach out to me with that. So when we're incorporating brain spotting with spirituality and intuition, again, it's that relational attunement and then that clinical intuition. And so these are just some different kind of food for thought for everybody. Just looking at following the tail of the comet. So we're doing that in every session. We're following the tail of the comet, and just in incorporating brain spotting with spirituality and intuition, the expansion spots. So this weekend, I don't know if anybody else is going to the expansion training with Lisa Larson, but I'll be there. And so I love expansion, and with that, just learning more about like whatever feeling states you have. For me personally, I have a spot right here that it's almost like everything just calms down, everything just slows down, and I don't have any thought when I look here. So I love that that's an anchor for me if there's something that I need to kind of calm down with. Spiritual spots, several of you may already have those. I have one right there, and then I have an intuition spot right there, and then I have kind of like a future spot right there. So with this, what we're discovering is that a lot of these brain spots seem pretty consistent. It's like I said, I can look there to have more with intuition. I can look there just to have a calm, or like to be able to not necessarily have a lot of anxiousness or thoughts rolling through me. So with that, just in witnessing that we can have these brain spots, obviously our clients can as well. Also incorporating brain spotting with rituals. So I know people have reached out and said, I've been doing brain spotting with doing sound bowl work, doing Reiki, doing, other things as well. So just in witnessing that. Also music, art, and creativity. Quite a few of you are doing that as well. And then also with brain spotting, just to utilize affirmations or scriptures or mantras or prayer, and this can really deepen that healing. Also, group brain spotting. So I have a group brain spotting recorded course that's mostly expansion, and with that, it's really neat to be able to see how people shift with group brain spotting. Yeah. Sorry, I don't know if anybody else is like this, but with brain spotting and like everything that we can do, my mind is like blown. It's cool to see everything. So also talking with loved ones in spirit or spirit guides or even Holy Spirit. So just in being able to witness that people are talking with their loved ones in our brain spotting sessions. I have one gal, she's really great. I think she has 5 different brain spots where she has an angel spot. And then she has a God spot. And then this is great. She has an Elvis Presley spot. And so she loves going to Elvis Presley and just seeing what he's got to say. So really neat to be able to see where our brains can go, right? So these are some definitions of spirituality, just to kind of feed that neocortex. So it involves the recognition of a feeling or sense or belief that there is something greater than myself. So just witnessing that. Also something more to being human than just a sensory experience, and that the greater whole of which we are part of is cosmic or divine in nature. So that's from the College of Psychiatry. There are other definitions of spirituality as well out there. And so just in being able to know that it's what's meaningful to you. So also with that, just what's meaningful to you, I think I've shared this before, but for example, I have a cousin that he atheist. And so with that, he finds meaning in like basically adrenaline rushes really, but he loves to go zip lining and rock climbing and all this stuff. And he says that's his spirituality. So just in being able to witness that. I just want to share a little bit more too. This is a great article by Randy Lawrence. I definitely recommend checking this out. This is being able to really explain intuition. So intuitive knowing, it's called intuitive knowing embodied consciousness. And so he shares that intuition, ability to perceive or know things without conscious reasoning. And so it's just there, and it's swift and it's physical, it's embodied, and also it can be based on these past patterns. It is accessed through amygdala, and with that, you can incorporate this into your own sessions, doing brain spotting, maybe saying like, what is the issue? But the issue could actually be something like, I really want to access my intuition. And so that could be like the issue. And then that's where you would go. So really neat to know that almost as if it's not as nebulous as we think or we've been taught. Here are some interesting finds. I think I had already shared several of these, but also brain spotting with spirituality can create and build the neurotransmitters, including dopamine, serotonin, and oxytocin, helping with secure attachment. And again, these spots seem very, very consistent. So here, just if you are wanting to feed neocortex just a little bit more, just in what's happening for us in moving from dysregulation to regulation. And so spirituality and intuition can really help us to be able to access this even more. We are shifting the superior colliculi, and also with this allowing for that long-term success. And as we're utilizing spirituality for regulation, that's helping our clients to be able to imprint that and have that with them as they move forward on their path. So some of the scientific and research findings and the literature that we're finding, how important relational attunement is, that there is such a thing as the bioenergetic field, and there's science behind that. And then also with brain spotting, just that we're really being able to access the beta waves. And then with that too, with other modalities such as Reiki, we're also able to get into the theta waves. And so just seeing how that's that really deep healing. Also that we're hardwired for this. So we have our neurobiology has that creative unconscious. It is there. So there's a lot that we're finding in the research. So here's some fun facts about the spirituality and what it's doing to the brain. So one is that spiritual experiences are associated with the inferior parietal lobe, and that helps with perceptual processing related to the concept of self in time and space. So that's kind of why we're seeing our clients shift just perceptually. That's what brain spotting is helping. The spiritual experiences help to kind of turbo boost it a little bit more. So also accessing spirituality decreases activation in the parts of the brain that are responsible for stress and increases parts of the brain responsible for connection. So also that being able to access spirituality through brain spotting is a component of recovery from addiction. So just witnessing that people are being able to move into union with something that's larger than themselves. So just in being able to witness that. So before we go into the group attunement, I'll just share a little bit more of some of the stuff that's coming up. So if you're interested in more than doing the dyad work and you're interested in being able to access more, here are some of the offerings that are coming up. So there's a few Reiki and brain spotting workshops, and these are live, or you can also access, there's a recorded version. So if you want to just grab it and go, you can do that. Cherie Limburg and myself have Brain Spotting Spirituality and Intuition 3-day training in February. There are Reiki classes. They can be in person, online, or recorded. And then, like I had shared, the 9-month consultation group, which is March through November. And you can join us for one of these topics or for all of the topics. So with this, we just go deeper into research and being able to really access these areas in the brain, and then being able to do, we'll have an experiential where one person will be able to do like the setup that we're doing for that day, and then others, then after the experiential, we can debrief and then go into dyad work. So excited for that. Also just case conceptualization. So if you have different clients that you're like wondering about with spirituality and intuition, can bring those forward. So with that, and also the group recorded course. So here are just the topics that we're going to cover. And then, yeah, so we're going to move into more with the group attunement. So with this, we're going to move into being able to come together in a way of almost as if you've heard of like heart math, coherence, being able to come into synchrony with each other and being able to really assist us to be in that synchrony and in that coherence. So this is what we'll be doing for the next several moments. And part of the dyad work that I'll share, so we'll do the group experiential and attunement right now. And then typically people tend to use gaze spotting with these dyads. So with that, just knowing if you have phase 1, that's great. You have gaze spotting, so just knowing that. So with this group experiential and just this attunement, trying to get and allow us to be in synchrony with each other, coherence with each other. What we'll do here is just allow yourself to look at this picture. I have another picture as well that may amplify your energy or help you to really access something deeper within you. And so with this picture may speak to you. Like I said, there's another one that I'll share right after this. So just being able to witness, maybe there's a part on this particular picture that really speaks to you. Perhaps you feel a spiritual connection. Perhaps you feel just calm or relief. So just allow yourself to just take this in and allow yourself to find a spot on here that you may feel really drawn to and feel what that feels like in your body. If that feels really nurturing, or if it feels calm, or it feels relaxing, or even if you feel a sense of ease, whatever you're feeling, just allow yourself to feel that. Find a spot on there that you're feeling that. So we're all just going to be in this coherence, in this synchrony, in this energetic state. All of our brain waves are talking with all of our brain waves of each other. Limbic systems are all talking to each other. So we're just going to take a moment with this picture, and then we'll move on to the next picture just to see what this does for you. So next, we'll move into the other picture. You can kind of imprint this picture. Also, if you printed out that PowerPoint, you could have that sitting right in front of you, or kind of prop it up on your computer if you want to do that, or your phone. So this next picture, just see what this does for you. And if there's any aspect of the picture or maybe the whole picture that really helps you to feel connected in some way. Just where you feel this in your body. And now we'll move into what to expect for our dyad work. And so you can use one of those two images if you're wanting to, or if you have an image or object or even a mantra or scripture that really assists you to feel connected with spirit or your intuition, you can utilize that. Then just feel it in your body and then find that brain spot and move into focused mindfulness processing. Also, feel free to take this time if you're just wanting to connect and discuss about spirituality and intuition. Uh, or if you want to further be able to go deeper with being able to connect on the level of, hey, perhaps we can meet after this as well, so just allowing yourself for that. So I'm going to stop the share, and Christy has created the groups. So with that too, just here we are, all of us being able to see everybody. Good to see everybody. And just see if some of the connection deepens even more, perhaps for you. Just knowing that all of these beautiful people have been holding that space with you. So with that, Christy, are you feeling set for the rooms? And just let me know if you need.
Yes. I think I just need to move one more around, but I can go ahead and yep, almost there.
Okay, excellent. So with that, again, just whatever feels moved to you, mantra, an experience, whatever that is that makes you feel really connected. And so, Christy, there's one more person that is coming in. So I just want to share that with you. And with that too, just being able to, again, like I keep looking at all of you and I'm like, look at this beautiful collective. So just knowing that we are connected with the bioenergetic field and really holding space for each other. Even when we go into dyad work, we're holding space for each other. So it's really beautiful to be with everybody. Yeah, so I'm just gonna hold this space. And then Christy, whenever you're ready, you can pop that up.
Heather, can you show that slide again of
Yeah, for sure. And then Christy, it sounds like Jen is not going to be in the dyad. So if you want to, probably have to rearrange just a little bit. But yeah, for sure I will. So if I can find that again. I'll go through the slideshow again. So you'll see it right there. Yeah, for sure. Not sure if I know how to go back. So let me go here.
it was the list of what you're being the third one, the last slide.
Sorry. Did you say the list?
Yeah, that list at the end for like what we're doing.
You got it.
Thanks.
Hey, we're ready to go.
Good deal. So yeah, so just again, finding that image, feel in your body, find a brain spot, go through the focus mindful processing. Yeah, and stop the share. All right, so enjoy. People are coming back. Would love to hear, how it was, or if you have any questions, anything coming up for you. Like I said, I'm seeing all the brain spotting facelifts and glows, whatever you want to call it. Yeah. I know some people have questions, and so feel free if you do have questions about what we were putting out there. Yeah. It's always interesting to me too to see like who we pair up with as well, because it's almost just like, no way. Sometimes like before they like pair people up in the trainings, oftentimes I've noticed that I'm like looking right at the person, then all of a sudden they
I
pop
know
into my
it's,
room with me. Okay,
it's
yeah,
perfect always, eh?
yeah. I'm
I
like,
love
oh,
that.
I know. I wanted to connect with you. Norja, did you want to share or did you have anything to share?
No, we had a really nice visit and we did some work and it was beautiful.
Good. I'm so glad to
Yeah.
hear. Yeah, thank you. Thank you, Norja. Other people want to share or questions? This is a good like kind of debriefing time. We have a little over 5 minutes.
Hmm. I
Bill?
just love bringing in um, the image or whatever at the beginning. I just got back from Thailand, and I was showing this to Jennifer. I have my little Buddha,
Oh.
and you see how
Mhm.
happy he is. And
Mhm.
I've got this little Buddha, and then I've got this over here. I have this. I guess you probably can't see it, but it's on that
Okay.
black. It's like a black poster with a picture of Buddha on it, and it's got Buddha's head is gold, and then it's got a lotus flower that's in the bud, one that's partially open, and then one that's completely open. I didn't
Mm.
even notice that when I bought the when I bought the poster. It's a velvet poster when I bought it in Thailand. But I noticed it today when we were brain spotting, and it felt like there was some imagery there, that something was opening up in me, that something was going to be revealed. And I was doing some brain spotting the other day, and someone said they got the same feeling that not that I was going to die. This is how they prefaced it. It's like not that you're going to die, but that something like big is going to happen and some shift is going to happen. I'm like, well, thanks for prefacing it with that, because I definitely didn't want to go down that road anytime soon. Um,
Right.
but that things are opening up, right? That things are changing, and just bringing in the energy of that the image or object. I just really appreciate and like that aspect of beginning with that, and then you can go so many places with it.
So
So it
true.
works really well.
So true. Yeah, thank you. And it's interesting too how like you notice more details or more things kind of come into yourself. You just get more insights or that type of thing. I mean, that's what it feels like, very, enriching with that. So cool.
Yeah,
Thank you,
yeah,
Bill.
yeah, yeah.
I feel it too, just with your experience. I have other people are feeling that experience too. So I appreciate that. Yeah, thanks for being here, Karen. Yeah, Trish, did you want to share? Go for it.
Yeah,
Good to see
thanks.
you.
Hey, good to see you. I'm always struck with Brainspotting, like how deep you can go and how meaningful it can be. And it's just like, even in this truncated little process of just like, whoa, I feel like I've just gone around the world, type of thing. And it was just really profound. And in terms of more this empathic, the psychic part, like I have the psychic piece. So I just had this conversation, I just like closed my eyes and went to a place that's like really comforting place for me, and then just ended up having this whole conversation. And then it was just so profound, and then at points of just like, we got it, or you got it, and it's like these different spiritual people, you've got it, or different relatives, you've got it, and like just pull on those strengths, and as I'm dealing with a lot of medical problems, and so it was more like, all right, get yourself in a really good place, because at some point they're going to get better treatments, and get yourself ready so when it happens you're ready to go with it. So but it was so empowering, and it was such a short period of time that so much happened. So
Beautiful. Thank you, Trish. Yeah, and just speaking into that too, like you're going through some stuff and at the same time able to go deep and also feel that support, like you said, from different relatives and whatnot. And yeah, like you got this, you got this. It was interesting because several people, as you were talking, were nodding their head. So I think you were speaking to a lot of us when you shared that. That's so helpful. Thank you, Trish. Yeah, and Jimmy just says in the chat, it was wonderful and expansive experience and wonderful. And Jennifer, I thank you for this. I'm still floating. Yay, we can float through the day. Anyone else? We're going to close up in about 2 minutes. So anybody else want to share? Yeah, of
Yeah, I wouldn't mind sharing.
course, go for it.
So sadly, last night I had a great aunt who passed away. And I was just feeling this like ick. Like in the last 7 years, I've buried multiple relatives, and it's just been really sad. And this is just one of those reminders. And just sharing with Michael about some of that, just his presence was so healing. To just thank you. To share that with somebody who isn't in the circle, of people affected, and just being able to be a part of that shared experience, that shared kind of spiritual space, and understanding the process of just caring for other people. We can always there's always that commonality and that ground of like internal space where we all have had similar things happen, or something that we can always share from. And that empathy was a really beautiful thing for me today. I didn't realize I needed that. I just kind of shoulder these things sometimes, and it was just wonderful to have a conversation about that today. So I'm very grateful I'm here today.
Yeah, thank you for sharing, Allison. So sorry for your loss. And yeah, and just in being able to witness that too, that we're able to have somebody hold space for us to go where we need to go. And like you said, too, outside of like kind of the circle or somebody who may not know, because sometimes that is really, it's almost like sometimes that can be even deeper, or we can go even further to have that presence of somebody else that may not know the circumstance. So yeah, I just want to thank Michael too for holding that space for you. So it's beautiful. Well, wonderful, wonderful to have everybody. Thank you so much for carving time out of your day for this. And you'll get the email with the recording this week. And then with that too, it has the subsequent peer supports. And so it will be I think it's the third Monday of every month. And then I'm changing the times here and there. So some people from Hawaii or the international folks can meet us too. So that's why you'll see like changed times, just so everyone could have time with us. So yeah, absolutely lovely. It's wonderful to see everybody, and you all take care. Have a wonderful, wonderful day. All right. Thanks for being here. Bye, everybody.
Bye.